over at the floor for the first part of this video, even though I'm sure it was. With like finding medication in a picture and then photoshopping his name onto it, like, I don't know. I just don't want some crazy person finding my personal information. I'm sure pretty much anyone can understand that. So, hi, I'm Coco, and I'm a paper hoarder. I am constantly holding on to paperwork like it's valuable currency. I think it might be some PTSD from the domestic violence and everything that happened afterwards. Like, I needed to have so much paperwork in order to get housing and just different things. So, yeah. Also, you're probably wondering why I'm only wearing one sock. Friday the 13th was not great for me. I literally stepped out of bed onto a glass one of my kids had broken and peeled my foot. And so normally I don't wear socks because of my MS, because they cause me to fall down more since I don't have feeling in my feet. But I figured I would throw a sock on said foot to spare you the nasty details, because since I couldn't feel it, I gave myself stitches because I am not going to the hospital right now. Our hospital is on like level red alert, and you can't have visitors. You can't stay overnight unless you're a pediatric or OBGYN patient or have like something that you need to be at a hospital for. So I am trying to avoid that place, and just hoping that doesn't come back to bite me. So without further ado, let's get into sorting some paperwork. Phone 3 times for my specialty pharmacy that provides my MS medication. So they sent me a letter that clearly they don't have the right information. Solving and just all kinds of stuff, and I always hold on to it so I can look back over it and make sure I'm not missing anything I could be doing for brutal. They basically used my brain to paralyze my body. By the time I came out of all of the testing, which was like 8 hours, I had tears streaming down my face. Both of my hands were just tremoring so bad, and my arms were like jerking and twitching, and I couldn't control it, and it was just a total nightmare. Realistically, do I need my insurance card from 2 vehicles ago? No, but I don't know. I just always feel like maybe someday I'll be in a situation and they'll be like, hey, do you have that paperwork? And I'll be like, oh my God, I do. So, since I can't feel my foot, I did way too much today per usual and made it even worse. And my kids were just in rare form today. My younger one is... So some of you are going to judge me and some of you are going to thank me for talking about it, but my younger child is like what I've read in stories about what they call feral children. He has never wanted me to snuggle him from the moment he was born, which is frustrating because I'm like, what does a new mom want to do? Cuddle and snuggle and love on her kid, and he just like has been so independent from the word go. that's kind of frustrating. And I don't know, he wants to do everything for himself. He was a little bit iffy about like water. We'd take him to the lake and stuff, and that's the one time he would be super clingy. But like, I'm trying to be a good mom, so stupidly I like trying to get him to be brave and teach him to swim. And so the second he got comfortable, like, he wouldn't let me hold him. He's literally just going in his life jacket and jumping in the deep end. Like, no regard. This child has no regard for his personal safety. Like, I was in the other room one day, and I heard my older son say, Mom, we have a problem. And so I like yelled back, what's the problem? And he's like, Joshua stabbed himself with scissors and there's so much blood. And I was just like, I go running, and sure enough, my toddler is just gushing blood. And so at some point my camera cut off and I didn't notice it. So I hope I finished my story. If not, if anybody actually cares how it ended, then let me know, and at some point I will finish my story. tape involved because I'm a reseller, and so I have tape. If I've got one thing, it's tape. Okay, so one time I was in the hospital. It was when I was diagnosed with MS. And the doctor had a medical student who was trained. And so this medical student is like trying to impress the doctor. So he's like asking all these questions and like feverishly taking notes. And so later I'm like walking around my hospital room and I see a piece of paper on the floor, which is like weird because like hospital rooms, they like try really hard to make sure they're, you know, tidy and blah blah blah. And so I find this piece of paper and it's the medical student's notes on me. And it's weird to see like the things doctors write about you because I don't know, it's just weird. And so yeah, I read it and I'm looking. I don't know. His handwriting is like so hard to read, but somewhere in it he said like I was pleasant and agreeable with no sign of hostility. And I just thought that was a super weird thing to read about myself. I don't know. Ooh, this is from when I had to have 3 days of IV steroids at the chemo clinic. Will not be signing up for that show again. It led to me going to Walmart. The clerk commenting on how messed up it was that I would bring my child to the store while I was completely messed up on drugs. Because, I was there to buy my first cane because I was having trouble walking because of the steroids. 2, basically just put it on fast forward. So it was just awful, and it felt like everything was falling apart. And so I get out to my car, and my husband, like, I start to cry, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And so, you know, he didn't hear the lady. So I told him what she said. And, you know, he's a macho dude. So he was like, "Oh my God, I'm going back in there," and blah, 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 blah. All of a sudden, I have the Walmart manager joining me in the parking lot and saying how sorry he was, and, you know, that he's gonna train her better, and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was pretty traumatizing. Especially, like, why did it have to happen while I was at Walmart buying my first cane at 32 years old? Like, I always have luck like that. I just went to the dentist, and so I've been pregnant 5 times. I have 2 kids. I lost 3 in the second trimester because of a blood condition, and I never had a single cavity until my first child. So, I've had to get fillings, and then I found out I had a genetic enamel condition, and now where we are at in the saga is because, if you'll refer to my first video, My Body Hates Me, I am rejecting the fillings. I have already pushed a bunch of fillings out, unintentionally, obviously, and so now the rest are leaky, and I don't know, so I have to have all my fillings redone. Awesome. And if that was not, like, enough bad news for one person, because it's me, I mean, let's be real, they're like, "Have you had any pain or soreness?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I have been a little bit sore, like, at the edge of my jaw, but, like, I don't feel a lot of feeling anywhere." Well, I just went like 20 minutes with my battery dead again. So, I'm gonna stop this one here for today, and, I still have way more paperwork. We didn't even make it through the first box, so if this is something you like, or, you want me to do one just sorting,